Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching Georgia Beer Reviews. Back at you today with another one. And what I'm looking at is a beer from Tröegs Independent Brewing out of Hershey, Pennsylvania. This is the Grand Cacao. It is a chocolate stout, clocking in at 6.5% alcohol, brewed with cacao and milk sugar. The malt that they use in this is Pilsner. They also use Munich, caramel, chocolate, special, and roasted barley malts, as well as oats. And the hops that they use are Galena hops. It does have a freshest by date on the label, and it is freshest by March 10th, 2024. And we are in November of 2023. So very fresh, or within the freshness date at the time of this recording. Welcome to Grand Cacao. This deliciously decadent stout is built on a foundation of rich chocolate malt, caramel malt, and roasted barley. Cold steeping on Peruvian cacao nibs and natural vanilla doubles down on the smooth symphony of chocolate and a splash of milk sugar. Delivers a velvety, sweet, and creamy finish. Okay. I've never had this beer, believe it or not. I've had a lot of Tröegs beers, and I've been meaning to get around to this beer for years. I just never have, for whatever reason. I was able to buy a single, so I did. I think it was $2.99 for the single. I think it's actually cheaper if you buy the six-pack up here, but I didn't want to commit to a six-pack, especially considering I've never had this beer before. Wanted to try it out, so let's pour it up. Nice brown appearance, dark brown appearance. Poured it really aggressively to get that nice head. Good looking beer in the glass. Like I said, very dark brown. It looks more black on camera, but you can see through it a little bit when you hold it up to the light. 3-finger, very creamy, dark tan head. The aromas right off the bat, I'm getting that roasted barley malt. Dark chocolate, dark toasted bread notes. A little bit of an earthy hop aroma. Maybe just a slight vanilla, but it's really not too sweet on the aroma. It's more roasty, toasty, bready, and dark chocolate on the nose. 6.5% alcohol, relatively light in the stout world these days, or at least in the world of stouts that I've been drinking, which is mostly imperial barrel-aged stuff. So this is just a nice, light, relatively sessionable type of stout. It smells like a winner. It smells really good. It's got great head retention. It looks beautiful in the glass. All the aromas are very pleasant. There's really not a ton there, but primarily that roasty, toasty malt, that dark chocolate, that's your primary aroma with just a touch of that vanilla. All right, smells like a winner. So without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers. The palate follows the nose. Roasty, toasty right up front. A nice moderate bitterness from the Galena hops. You're getting a nice earthy hop bitterness with this one. Very bready, very malty. A little bit of caramel, a little bit of vanilla, but mostly dark chocolate and dark toasted bread notes. I would say for a stout, the body is light. Really a light-bodied stout. I mean, not quite as light as Guinness Draft, but that's kind of the realm we're dealing with here. Especially considering that it's 6.5. It's got a substantially more alcohol than the Guinness at 4.2. But it's got about the same body, I would say, as the Guinness. Maybe just a little bit heavier, I guess. But it still falls into the light body category for a stout, I think. If you've never had a stout before, this may be very heavy bodied for you, but considering that I drink a lot of stouts and most of them are imperial and barrel aged, like this is almost, watery in a sense. Nice head retention, nice glass lacing, really nice roasted malt, and the dark chocolate notes. That's primarily what's coming through. The vanilla is there, but it just kind of cuts through some of that earthy hop bite that you get and the moderate bitterness. But it's really not, you don't really get that like really in your face Madagascar vanilla bean or vanilla extract type of note. Very, very subtle vanilla. But the beer, if you like roasty, toasty, pretty straightforward stouts, then this is for you. I think if you like Guinness, you'll like this. It's a little bit sweeter than Guinness. It has a little bit more chocolate because of the addition of chocolate, but the roasted barley malt also imparts some chocolate flavors as well. I think that you would like this beer if you're into just regular stouts. I would love to see an imperial version of this. I would love to see a barrel-aged version of this. They may have those. I don't know. I didn't really do a lot of research into this particular brand. But it wouldn't surprise me if they actually had a special release imperial or barrel-aged version of this. Just the Grand Cacao, though, on its own is really an excellent stout. An excellent, pretty straightforward stout. It's not blowing my socks off. It's pretty light-bodied. It's easy drinking, which I think is what they were going for with this product. Really balanced as well with the roasted barley malt, the little bit of sweetness from the vanilla, and then that little bit of bitterness from the hops, that earthy hop bite that you get. It's just a well-rounded beer. Not too much of anything, a little bit of everything, not too heavy, easy drinking. It's got a creaminess to the mouthfeel in the body from the addition of the milk sugar, I think, is probably the primary reason that I'm getting that creamy feel to it. And it finishes very nice. It's not really drying because of the lactose, the milk sugar in there, but it's got a nice finish, and the carbonation is actually on the medium side, which for a stout these days is pretty good. So I would say an excellent beer all in all. I mean, look at the nice glass lacing there. It really is pretty. But for me, it's an A-. I'm going to go 91 out of 100. I think it's excellent, but it's in the A- category. A little bit more body would have been nice. And of course, I'm looking for complexity. You know, I've been spoiled on these imperial barrel-aged, products. So this one is pretty straightforward. It's not a bad thing, and especially if that's what you're looking for with your stout, you would probably give it a much higher rating than me. But I really, these days when I'm drinking stouts, I want a little bit more to ponder. But an excellent stout nonetheless. Tröegs Independent Brewing out of Hershey, Pennsylvania. Their Grand Cacao, it's been around for years. It really gets good reviews overall. A lot of people really have high regard for this beer, and I can see why. It is a winner. It is a solid brew for sure. So 91 out of 100 for the Grand Cacao from Tröegs Independent Brewing. Buy it, try it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. That'll do it for this beer for you guys. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Till next time, everybody. Cheers.